Mentalisation-based therapy is a therapy that is constantly thinking about the mental states of the participants involved in a therapeutic process. And when I say everybody, that means literally everybody. It's the professionals, it's social services, it's the parents, it's the children. It's trying to think about what states of mind those individuals have in a particular situation, and to be thinking and be reflective about that, and to understand what they may be experiencing and how you could articulate what that experience is. It's not thinking primarily about externals, if you like, although externals give you indications of what might be going on underneath. One has to think about what is underneath in terms of the states of mind of people. So if you're thinking about something like domestic violence, we're not only interested in the fact that may be occurring, we're interested in the states of mind of the individuals that come to that and why they come to that state of mind of being violent, but also the impact of the state of mind of the child, what the professionals around them feel about those situations and how they understand them, and what states of mind it creates in them in thinking about how they're going to manage that. So mentalisation-based therapy is a very much trying to get people to think about states of mind rather than just behaviours. And that we think that if you do that and people learn how to do that, it helps them to regulate their behaviour by thinking about states of mind. And they can think about their child's states of mind and the responses that they're going to have to their own behaviour, which will help the parent regulate what they do with their children.
Mentalisation-based therapy is, it's not like psychoanalysis where you're interpreting somebody's behaviour on their behalf. It's very much working on that capacity to think about one's own behaviour. So, for example, many of the parents who come here say, and they know this about themselves, that they can go from 0 to 100. So they can be fine, someone does something to annoy them and they suddenly get really angry and they'll shout, scream and so forth. So what mentalisation-based therapy is working on is the capacity to start thinking before you just go mad, before you open your mouth and start shouting at someone. It's starting to look at the triggers for you getting so angry, for example.
People's states of mind are important to think about, because in thinking about states of mind, we're able to regulate our states of mind as a consequence of doing that. If we don't think about them, we tend to just react and behave spontaneously in a way that sometimes might be fine, but if sometimes may well not be. To be able to think about a state of mind gives you the opportunity to think about how you got to a particular way of behaving or doing something, and gives you a chance to think about doing something differently if that's not going to be effective. So somebody may act in an impulsive way by being angry about something, which may be difficult for a child if a parent is too angry in a situation. But if they can think about why and how, what triggered them to get angry, what that state of mind was brought about by, it can help them to maybe regulate that and stop them expressing it, even though they may still feel angry, and therefore protect the child from their emotional state.
A mentalising stance, if you like, is a curious stance. What it is I don't know what's going on in your mind. I don't know really what's going on between you and your child, but I'd quite like to find out. I may have some thoughts about it, but I'm prepared to have my mind changed. And that's a curious stance, if you like, and that is a mentalising stance. So in a way, what we're hoping to do is to get parents into an idea that they could have that kind of stance as well. They quite often arrive and they might say, my baby cries to punish me, for example, or my little boy is just having a tantrum to show me up, to make me feel bad. So they already know what's going on in their child's mind. Now, you and I might know that's highly unlikely that a 3-month-old baby is doing something to punish their parent. That cannot be the case. But to get them from a position of certainty to a position of uncertainty and just wanting to guess what's going on for their child, that's in a way the challenge of this kind of work.